Why not me? That's a question I get asked sometimes from mentees when they look at other people's success in QLA and wonder why it's not happening more quickly for them. Bottom line is a couple of things. One, usually comes from not following the steps, which is really critically important. To follow those QLA steps that Dan Pena created back in 1993, a long time ago. And I knew Dan at the beginning of this journey. We've been partners for better than 25 years, so I've been able to see that whole ride. But not following the steps is a critical mistake. Usually ends up badly. People get discouraged, doesn't think this works, and then they decide to quit. And the second one is just kissing enough frogs that you make the numbers work for you. Ultimately, QLA, like many things, is a numbers game. You've just got to kiss a lot of frogs. A lot of those will be unproductive, but a lot of those won't, and they will be productive. And it reminds me that there's quite a few ways to get this done in part with the tools that are out there today. Cold calling, as Dan has said, you're only 2,000 cold calls away from doing your first deal. There are people that absolutely use that successfully. And I think cold calling works for a couple of reasons. One is that it forces you to tackle something that most people are afraid of, and that's the rejection of cold calling. So I would encourage you to do that. But there's also tools and strategies that have changed since 1993. One of the ones, for instance, which we all know about, is that back in 1993, when Dan and I were beginning to do this together, we had shoe leather. We didn't have LinkedIn. And since that time, there are tons of tools and strategies that can be employed. I've had mentees over the past week who have secured LOIs. They've done that through cold calling, through email campaigns, through letter campaigns, and using technology as well as incorporating the cold calling that I think is really critical to do for the reasons that I mentioned. So, towards that end, I was asked, and we decided to do a new boot camp, which is going to start this Wednesday, on just that, strategies and technologies in 2021 that weren't there previously that can really make the QLA journey easier. Again, that's not to say it's easy. QLA is indeed simple, but simple is not the same as easy. So if that is something that you think would help you, which I would encourage you to think that way because it will help you, go to brucewhipple.com/2021 and take a look at the details around that boot camp. It'll be 7 weeks. Wednesday, 7 p.m. East Coast time every week. It'll be live. There'll be a live Q&A. And so I'd encourage you to take a look at that. Again, it's brucewhipple.com/2021. And maybe you can get part of the answer if you're asking yourself the question, why is this not working for me? Maybe you get the whole answer to that as well. Okay, so if you've got any ideas for future podcasts, I'd love to hear those. You just go ahead and email me at bruce@brucewhipple.com. And if you go over to brucewhipple.com, go ahead and grab the free class. It's brucewhipple.com/free class. I look forward to hearing from you. And remember, this is QLA's time. There is a lot of free information you can use to acquire already profitable businesses. This is Bruce Whipple. Thanks for listening to the Business Acquisition Podcast. And remember, you miss 100% of the opportunities you fail to take. And procrastination truly is the thief of time. So do something today, please. Your future self will be proud of.